We've got another bill search today. $1,000 in $1 bills or 10 straps of 100. Hey everyone, it's Rob the Rob Finds Treasure. That's right, we've got a bill search today. I got these 10 straps from two different banks. The teller straps, which are these blue straps right here, I got from one bank, and the 4 Federal Reserve straps I got from a second bank. Only because the first bank only had 6 straps they could give me, and I wanted to do a $1,001 bill hunt. Now that being said, I'll tell you the story on these straps, because when I asked for ones, the bank teller said, Rob, thank you, I have a ton of ones that I just strapped up. I got them from a car wash. Now, I don't know what that means. I guess a car wash fundraiser or whatever happened, and they had brought her a bunch of ones, and she strapped them up. So I'm thinking that these have not been teller searched. They've just been teller strapped. And then, of course, I'm always excited to get Federal Reserve straps because I know they're not searched unless they pull out the older notes. And typically, you won't find anything as far as silver certificates in the Federal Reserve straps because I believe they recycle the older bills right there at the Federal Reserve. Anyway, you guys know the drill. If you are new to my channel and you haven't seen me do bill hunts, how I typically do it is I go through every one of the straps looking for fancy or cool serial numbers, star notes, printing errors, things like that, older bills, web notes. There's a bunch of information about bills that have more than face value. And for that information, I have links down below. Be sure to check them out. Also, I get a lot of requests to just do the strap wrap-ups, which means I'm going to go through these off camera and then bring you back at the end of every strap and show you what, if anything, I found. I sometimes do time lapses on some of the bill searches, but it makes for a longer video. So for this hunt, I'm only going to do strap wrap-ups at the end of every strap, unless I find something that is really nice and I just get excited and I pull up the camera. Now I've yapped long enough, so like I stated, let's get started on the teller straps and see if we have anything fancy schmancy in here. So the first strap wrap-up is pretty good overall. We have a couple of star notes that we will add at the end of the video to check their total printed and print run rarities. One is a 2013 B series, which I'll talk more about later if we find one within the range of the duplicated serial numbers for that year, but that is not one within the range. We also had a slight printing error. You can see the 8 in the last part of the serial number is raised. It shouldn't be raised. It's just an elevated 8. Not a lot of value in it, but I do keep slight printing errors. I might hold on to that one. We'll have to see. We had a couple of trinaries. I don't collect trinaries anymore, even though they're worth a few bucks over face. Technically, they have to be pretty fancy. This one's close. Had that 7 been a 5 or a 3, it would have been a binary, and I would have definitely kept it. But it is also bookends. So it's bookends and a trinary, which means the serial numbers consisted of 3 different numbers only. So this might be a keeper. This one, it's 6, 7s, and 8s, which is kind of cool, but I wish the 6s were together, and I wish the 8s were together. Had it been 7, 7, 6, 6, 8, 8, 8, 8, I would have kept it all day. Over here, we have one that looks cool, but it's not. 6950, 7950. I just want to show it to you. I get asked a lot about notes like this. It's not worth keeping. Not a lot of resale value in this whatsoever. And then finally, we had an almoster, almost a radar. 1556, 4556. Had that 4 been a 1 or that 1 been a 4, would have been a nice radar. So pretty good assortment of finds in that. I'm really only going to be keeping the 2 star notes, probably the small printing error, and then the book-ended trinary as well. 1 strap down. Let's clear the table and get on to strap 2. Strap 2 was pretty quiet, but we did find a 2013 B series star note, and this is part of that duplicated series of star notes they had in 2013. So we'll talk more about that at the end, but happy to add a 3rd star note to the set and move on to strap 3. Strap number 3 is hunted. We ended up with another star note from 2017 and a birthday note. 2013, October 14th. 2 more bills for the collection. We'll move on to strap number 4 next. Strap 4, nothing fancy, but a couple of star notes that we'll check again with all the star notes at the end of the video. Strap 5, coming up next. Well, we're striking out on fancy serial numbers lately on the bill searches, but we did get 3 more star notes to add to the star notes section, and that makes 9 through 5 straps, which is better than my 1 per every strap average that I've hunted in my lifetime. I'll take it. Let's move on to strap 6, the last of the teller straps before the Federal Reserve straps. Strap number 6 was pretty much a bust. We had an almost radar again, 1558, 8558. It could have been a radar, could have been a repeater. Man, if we would have had an 8 in the front, 8558, 8558 would have been a binary, radar, repeater, would have been epic. Again, close call. That's the last of the teller straps. Now we have 4 Federal Reserve straps to do. Let's see if we have any luck on these ones for fancy serial numbers. Well, that Federal Reserve strap was a bust. Absolutely nothing. We did have a couple of consecutive notes that were decent, but I don't hold on to consecutive notes of only 1 or 2. It'd have to be a whole strap to even have any value for me. Now that we've hunted that one, strap number 8. See if the Federal Reserve straps can heat up. Strap 8 has been hunted. It was slightly better. We did get a 2003A star note with a lower serial number. We also got a 1995 bill, which I did check for the web note. Web notes were made in 88A, 93, and 95. The printing plate number is below here, which means it was printed on sheets. Had it been next to In God We Trust above the word 1, it would have been a web note printed on a roll instead of sheets. Have a lot more value if it's a web note, but it's not. Man, we had a close call here. 457. 547. If this would have been reversed as a 5 and 4 at the end, reversed of that, we would have had a radar and it would have been a beautiful one. It would have been 5470 and then 5470, but it's not. Man, that would have been nice. And then we had a flipper bill, but it's not the kind of flippers I like. I like flipper bills that are only 0s, 6s, and 9s. A flipper bill is a bill when you turn it upside down, you still can read the serial number, 66006998. When we flip it around, 866-90099. It is a flipper bill, but again, I like them to have only 6 9s and 0s, maybe a 1 in there. The 8s are a little bit different because the top circle is smaller than the bottom. But I will hold on to it because I do hold on to flipper bills, even with 8s or 1s. That strap is down. 2 more straps left. Strap 9 has been hunted. 2 more star notes, which I will take, and almost a low serial number. I like my low serial number bills to have 4 zeros to start because that puts it under 10,000. This is 18,510. It's in pretty decent shape, so I might hold on to it. Sometimes a lower serial number like this, starting with 3 zeros, is desirable if it's in great shape, and this is in decent shape. So I might hold on to that one, but we're definitely going to hold on to that. And that's 12 star notes now through 9 straps. Let's see how many are in this last strap, and if we can score a radar or a repeater or something cool. Well, the final strap of ones has been hunted. That's 10 straps, 1,000 bills looked at. And in that final one, we had another almoster, 9369, 9360. We needed that 0 to be a 9 or that 9 to be a 0, but didn't get the radar out of it. It would have been a nice bill in good shape too. We actually had a 1988 Series A, and it's not a web note. It's a sheet note. That would have been nice. 2 almosters, but nothing to show for it out of that strap. Now we've got to go through the star notes to check their print run and rarities. Let me go ahead and do that, see if we have any valuable or rare ones, and we'll also give you a recap of all the finds in a second. All right, we have gone through the 12 star notes, and 10 of them have really no incremental value other than being a couple times face value for collectors. And typically you could find sold listings on eBay and see that these sell between $2 and $4 a piece. Some of these are not in the greatest shape, but I do hold on to star notes and sell them periodically. We did have one semi-rare star note, only a 500,000 print run on this H series from 2017, but 3.7 million total printed notes. So even though it's part of a lower print run, the total printed is pretty high. So slightly bit more value than the common ones, but not much. The note of interest is this B series, and it's in pretty rough shape. It's got a tear, ink stains, things like that on it. But this is a special note because there was a printing mistake during the printing process of star notes for 2013 B series here. And when you bring up starnotelookup.com and I bring up that B series note, you'll notice if I go to other information down here, it lets you know that due to a mistake in the printing process, this serial number was printed twice. This is the result for your note if it was printed in the Fort Worth or in the Washington, D.C. facilities. So there is a chance that this note has a sister or brother note with the exact same serial number printed in two different printing facilities like D.C. and in Dallas. We won't know if it's a duplicate number until we find out if somebody else has the matching number. And in this condition, it's not in great shape, but if I could find the other note that matches along with this, if there is one, that'd be awesome. And I'll have to log this into the website that I'll have listed down below, or information down below, to see if anyone else has a matching note for that. Outside of that, we had those other 5 cooler notes that I will comb through to see if I really want to keep them, but for now I will. And I've got to find a way to get 17 more dollar bills back in this strap so that I have an even 1,000 returned back to the bank. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this bill hunt today. I know it wasn't full of fancy serial numbers and cool finds, but we had a lot of fun and we got 12 star notes out of it, including a possible duplicated star note. If you enjoyed it, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy hunting and thanks for watching.